Wanna guess what the deadliest killer in human history is? It's not guns, it's not bombs, not even cancer. It's mosquitoes. Welcome to Behind the Date. This August 20th, we're celebrating World Mosquito Day. Over the last 200,000 years, there have been 108 billion people on Earth. And half of those have been killed by mosquitoes. So watch till the end, because I'll be telling you all about how mosquitoes are humanity's greatest enemy, how the moon actually affects how much they bite you, and how they can probably eat way more than you can. Who would have thought that mosquitoes were our deadliest predators? Since the dinosaur era, mosquitoes have been the carriers of malaria, yellow fever, Zika, and countless other diseases. And the worst part is that it is a nearly universal animal. We have about 110 trillion of them. I mean, the only place they aren't found is Antarctica. Antarctica literally has about 1,000 to 5,000 people at max. But other than that, go anywhere in the world and mosquitoes are already there. It's rightly said that we're at war with mosquitoes. And considering the fact that only female mosquitoes can be bit, we should consider wiping them out. But wiping them out isn't as impossible as it gets. Why? Well, because there is very little of our history that this insect has not touched. And what does that mean? That means it has adapted for thousands of years to our DNA, our environment, and our lifestyle. The whine of a mosquito is probably the most universally recognizable and irritating sound of all. I mean, why do they even do that? Just bite me or get away from me, bro. Why are you trying to whisper in my ears? Actually, they don't come to your ears. They're just attracted to the heat and carbon dioxide from your body. And your head happens to be the most exposed area. So you tend to hear their wings as an annoyed buzzing sound. But this buzzing sound goes significantly up at night. Believe it or not, a full moon can increase mosquito activity by up to 500%. Mosquitoes will do anything to avoid daylight. They do suck blood, and they avoid daylight. But no, I know what you're wondering. They're not vampires. Mosquitoes avoid daylight because sun exposure can dehydrate and kill them. In fact, during the day, they seek out cool, shaded, and wet areas until dusk returns. But once the sun starts setting, the mosquitoes set out to suck the blood out of you. They're super active in the evenings because that's when they first come out of their hiding places. And I know you would probably feel them biting you the most at night, but they don't stay up all night. They will seek places to rest well before dawn. But irrespective of their activity cycle, it's a good idea to stay away from them. Apart from the full moon nights being their favorite, the summers are their favorite time of year too. And I hate that because I love summer too. Camp in my lounge shorts while having to worry about these little blood-sucking devils. During winters, mosquitoes hibernate and they reach their peak activity at around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we talked about when they like to eat and we know what they like to eat. But do you know how much they like to eat? Because you're definitely going to be shocked. The average person eats around 6 pounds of food and water in one day. Even on days when you're binge eating to get over that bad breakup or a fight with your boss, you still would not eat more than about 10 pounds of food. And 10 pounds may sound like a lot, but the average person weighs 15 to 20 times that. Now coming to our evil little insects, when a mosquito bites you, in a single serving of you, it will drink almost 2 to 3 times its own body weight. That's like a 150-pound person eating 150 pounds of food. But that's not even their true capacity. Here's where it gets really interesting. In a lab experiment conducted by Robert Guatz, it was found an incision in the ventral nerve cord of a mosquito cuts off their signal to stop feeding. This means they now get an unquenchable thirst for blood. And when this happens, mosquitoes can drink up to 4 times their weight in blood and eventually burst. And dude, this is gonna sound crazy, but some mosquitoes continue to drink blood even after their abdomen has ruptured. So that literally means they're drinking from one side and leaking from the other. Yeah, that's just so weird, I can't even imagine. All this talk about mosquitoes and their favorite season, the summer, makes me want to go back to the summer. And what better way to spend the summer than having popsicles, pizzas, and roller coaster rides? So, if you're a roller coaster fan, you have to check out my next video on National Roller Coaster Day. And trust me, it ain't what you expect. But before you go watch that next video, subscribe to Behind the Date for interesting stories from all over the world. Bye-bye. I'm off to the craziest roller coaster ride ever known to man.